Welcome to Antarctica. This might be one of those places that you want to experience in the year, but you may want to also experience it from the water. There's a certain majesty to it. Just an atmosphere. It gives you a whole new feel for planet Earth, and we can capture it now in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The boat I have is the cutter. Really, I can't imagine anybody doing an expedition from south of, the Horn of Africa into the Antarctica in the boat this small. This wouldn't be a little bit ridiculous. But expeditions have been done around the 1890s with tall ships. Watch out for icebergs. Oh, here comes another one. Yeah, this is a whole nother dynamic. Experiencing it from the water instead of from the air brings about some challenges and some sightseeing. It's just different. It's an awesome beauty. I wanted to put out this video. I don't know that it'd be too long. I don't have much to say. It's just I wanted to share this experience and that you can have yourselves. All the places I've been in Microsoft Flight Simulator and flown, and got my favorite places, but it's always fun to explore anywhere from the Caribbean all the way to northern environments and America Northwest, Italy, and just Japan, anywhere. And just one place I've been thinking about going is the islands around South Asia, as well as the Greek Isles. Flying around there, and also by boat. I had earlier put out a video about this boat. We're not quite there yet in this simulator for boats, but a lot has changed just in the last year. Motorboats now are very doable and have all of the things that you would want, for animations and cockpit display in a sense. This particular boat doesn't have, any displays like that, but you don't want it for an old wooden ship. I find it interesting that you now have a little boat for an icon on your map. And a lot of what I've been doing lately too is I've been using real-time weather. But the other day I was sailing through here and I just every time I came around the mountainside and see the next bit of scenery, and it was just kind of breathtaking. And it's like, wow, everybody's got to do this. But and I had it in real-time weather, and the sea was right. And the sea here is mysterious. It's black. You know, it's the inky black sea, and it's just against the black and white mountains, and just a whole different feel. But today the real-time weather is thick overcast. There's no daytime. It's completely black. No light is penetrating with the clouds. And we don't get a full sunshine at this particular location this time of year. The sun will come up over those mountain peaks. You see, I think it's around 12 something right now. We can check the time. Yeah, it's 12:39, and at 2 o'clock we'll have the peak sunlight, and then it starts dipping down again. And I say peak sunlight, the sun will just come up over these mountains and arc right back in. And so you get a little bit brighter than this, of course, by 2 o'clock. Very short day. And if if you want to hang around and we won't for this video, but if you're out here sailing, like I did the other day for an hour, you'll see some beautiful hues as the sun starts peeking up and reaches out and touches the distant mountains and touches it with red and gold. It's just phenomenal. And then, of course, if you wait for the sun to go down, the stars come up, and it's almost a purplish hue with the brilliant stars in the backdrop. And there's a little bit of a moon this time of year too in Antarctica. Of course, you can always change the month and day and all, but I'm just having fun enjoying this. Well, it should be May 31st. What does it say here? May 31st. So you can see the date that I'm recording is the actual date. I don't have it on real time because I want it to be pitch black. I wanted you to be able to see some of the daytime here and be able to see the ship. This is a cutter. Very beautiful ship, finely modeled, detailed. Like I said, I did a review on this in my previous video a couple weeks ago, or a week ago. And I'm really loving this ship. But one of the limitations right now, motorboats are great, but sailboats, they don't sail. I mean, you don't have fit and function of the sails with the wind. Not yet, anyway. I think eventually that will come. When that comes, it'll be incredible, because all of a sudden a flight simulator will become a sailing simulator for anywhere on the planet. I also do sailing simulation with Sailaway, and that's a full planet, but it's more of a racing simulator, and so it is a full planet, and you can locate anywhere on the planet and race between the Greek Isles with friends and other people out there. But you don't get this kind of beauty from the landscape. And the land is just kind of mapped out for you, and it's just more of an ocean type of simulation as far as graphics go. Where Microsoft Flight Simulator, with the Sobo, doing the planet Earth for us. There's nothing out there that's better for graphics and scenery to be out on planet Earth. And what's so nice, I'm I'm just blown away with. For a flight simulator, why does the ocean look so good? I have several other sailing simulators, and the ocean here looks phenomenal. There's a patch of icebergs out there. Just absolutely phenomenal. So, I know in certain areas like Hawaii, from the air you can look down and you can see the surf breaking along the shore. That's one of the things you don't really see that much of. At least I don't, unless I'm in the air. I mean, when I'm out in a boat, like I am here, and located in the Florida Keys or in the Caribbean, you don't really see the water breaking along the shore. I mean, that's asking a lot for a flight simulator. But when you're in the air and you're in an airplane, you're looking down, sometimes you can see the surf being animated in a sense. But it's kind of a 2D animation from top down, and you don't really see wave breaking from a 3D perspective. Although if I increase the wind, you do see wave crest foaming up and even particles coming off the top of the waves, which is pretty neat. I recently posted a YouTube video on another game, a gaming program called U-Boat, and in that you're in the World War II German submarine. The water there is fabulous. It looks much like this, but and maybe what I was thinking of, that definitely has a simulation of particles being blown by the wind off the wave crest. Let's just check that out, because I'm not sure that this is that good, but it does begin to foam up as you increase the wind speed. So let's take it up to like between 15 and 20. Put it all the way up to 19 and see what kind of foaming we get. Yeah, so you can start to see kind of dark because we're at kind of the dawn, and it's hard to see over the black ocean. But we do have fun. Let's get out and look at it from this view. So right now, a limitation in having a sailboat like this is that, it feels great. I mean, but we're not actually sailing with the wind. And, there's no dynamics that you have to be. You just point and go. You can go faster with the throttle, and you can slow it down, and you can even reverse it using pushback. But one of the things is the boat almost flies through the surface of the water. So when you have big waves like this, it doesn't bop and roll like you really would with the physics of the ocean. So if you notice, we do bop a little, up and down, but we don't roll side to side at all. But even still, I mean, it is very relaxing, especially if you turn the wind down. And let's do that. Let's turn it back to where it was. Keep it like 12. The only thing, there's places along here that I imagine could get to be very calm. Now this is southern hemisphere near the Antarctic. That's some of the most violent waves especially if you're going around the Horn, either South Africa or around South America. You get some huge rolling waves at the wrong time of year. But I can imagine once you get into the Antarctica like this, and I think I noticed that really with the real-time weather, is the sea can get very calm. That's interesting too, because it gives you a whole nother appeal. So if we drop the waves down to almost flat, almost glassy. And I've had it look just like this with when I set it to real-time weather. And it has a whole nother scenic look to it for sure. I bopped the mic. I don't know if it boomed on the audio or not, but I apologize for that. So, you may be curious about what it does look like as the sun comes up, goes back down again. Let's do that for you. Actually, I was wrong. Going into 2 o'clock hour, it ends up gets dark, and the moon comes up. Fascinating. I know there's penguins here, and there may be whales too. When I was flying, before they had boats, back a year or two ago, I came down here and I saw the penguins and some of the wildlife that's a point of interest. I didn't think to explore that before I posted. Check out. So as it gets darker, look at that moon. The purplish sky is down away now and just gone to on the starboard side, and you can see Orion as clear as can be coming up over the mountain there. Orion is an equator constellation, so obviously you could see the equator from anywhere on the planet. You can be pretty much way up north and see the equator constellations, but then you get south of the equator, the Southern Cross and stuff, I cannot see in the Northern Hemisphere. But down here in the Southern Hemisphere, I can certainly see the constellations from the equator, but look how low in the sky that is. And I don't know if it's because of its rotation or what. I'm not that familiar with the southern sky. I could mess about a little bit more with the time of day. To me, it's fascinating to get that purple hue of the sky. Just gorgeous. The moon is coming up. But what time of day is the brightest? Around 12, I think. Because then if we go back down to morning, not so bright. So there you have it. It's a beautiful place to explore. airplane shore in the boat, working your way through these icebergs. And by the way, if you crash into one, you just go through it, kind of like you do a dock. Nothing happens, there's no collision with the icebergs. You will hit the mountain, you will hit shore, and you will collide with the shore, but not the icebergs. At least I have not collided with any of the icebergs I've hit so far. So what else did I want to try for you guys while you're being entertained? Let me back up a little bit more. Oh, I know, sure. What is it like if there is a few clouds? So I went real time yesterday, and I'll show you what it looked like in yesterday's real time weather. It had a few clouds, almost just like that. Probably had the same, pretty close to the same setting. Let me take a look how it looks. Yep, that's how. This is how the real time weather looked yesterday, and I kept those settings. You know, what I did was I copied it. I went out of real time weather and then kind of mapped it out the way, in the same way. One of the excuse me. One of the frustrations I have is if you're at a place and you just flying around, going airport to airport, or sailing from one place to another, and you want to go ahead and quit, go do some real-time stuff with your life and come back here again, it saves your location in all the aspects, but it doesn't save weather. And when you come back and load the game, maybe somebody can comment to me, am I doing something wrong? You can't get the weather back, and you can't change weather. You're locked out of changing weather. So as you can see, you know, adding the clouds in adds a whole nother scenic beauty to Antarctica. And the other day I just sailed, very relaxing, just sailed through here and golden sky and the clouds, and every time it came around the corner and into another cove or something, it was just stunning. Lots of surprises. So now all I need to do is find some whales. I don't recall if whales were something that Microsoft Flight Simulator had included in their wildlife packages. I have to go take a look. I know I haven't, and I may have downloaded them from a third party. And because we have them, and it came as part of the Italy scenery packs I downloaded that put in lighthouses and a lot of the coastline. There's a scenery pack for Italy coastline. It goes all the way around the boot and some of the islands. It's very nice, and I think it includes whales. Beluga whales, are they in the Arctic, or are they in the Antarctic, or both? I don't know. I have to look that up. And they say beluga whales are, of all the whales, are the most intelligent. I may have that wrong, but that's one of the things I heard. That either I heard wrong or I remembered it wrong. Give it a little bit more wave. Isn't this just phenomenal? Well, that's all I have for now. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll catch you next time.